The sun dipped below the horizon, casting warm orange tones in the sky that shimmered in Arian's eyes as he stood, observing the bustling world around him. Passers-by flowed by, each engrossed in their own thoughts. Still, Arian felt like he didn't belong. His mind wandered away from the crowd. His heart wasn't present in the moment. Instead, it resided in a dream that nobody seemed to share, a dream that appeared impossible, so far away that those nearby regarded him as delusional. But Arian? He never wavered in his belief. Do you ever experience that sensation? The voice pierced the air, deep, captivating, and intimate. That sensation when your ambitions are so lofty that the world scoffs at you. When everyone around you tells you, it's not for you, you can't possibly reach that height, stop dreaming. It resonated perfectly with Arian's feelings. Everyone insisted it was unachievable. His friends would snicker whenever he spoke of his aspirations. His family? They treated him as if he were out of his mind. Why set your sights so high? They questioned. Dreaming doesn't put food on the table. Get a sensible job. For a long while, Arian nearly accepted their views. He nearly abandoned his dream. Almost. Then, something occurred. Something minor. Something that seemed inconsequential. Yet that little instance would trigger a cascade of change. It was an average evening where everything seemed mundane. Arian was strolling through the lanes of his village, feeling the burden of existence pressing down on him. He had just wrapped up a tiring day, his body weary and his mind filled with doubts. That was when he noticed him, an elderly man, disheveled, perched on a bench, jotting something down in a tiny notebook. There was an intriguing quality about the man that drew Arian in, something irresistible. He halted, unable to continue on. "Hey," Arian called out, curiosity bubbling up. "What are you writing?" The man slowly raised his head, meeting Arian's gaze for the first time. His expression was serene, almost knowing. Then, without a hint of urgency, he offered a smile. "I'm penning the tale of my life." Arian blinked in surprise. "Your life? But it's already been lived, hasn't it? We just experience it, correct?" The old man chuckled gently, his smile expanding. "Not quite, young man. Our lives aren't finalized yet. Each choice, every step taken, and every fleeting moment comprises your narrative. Your life isn't merely something to be lived. It's something to be created. You are the storyteller." The man didn't elaborate further. He simply returned to his notebook. But Arian remained still, his mind racing. He felt transformed. He sensed he had been bestowed a key to something greater, a journey, a fresh path. That evening, Arian struggled to find rest. He turned from side to side in his bed, continuously revisiting the man's words in his thoughts. "You are the author of your life," the man had proclaimed. But was it truly that straightforward? Could he genuinely transform everything merely by deciding to? Could he seize control of his narrative? The following morning, Arian rose with a renewed sense of purpose. He resolved not to allow anyone to dictate what was achievable. He planned to carve out his own journey, regardless of how unconventional it might appear, no matter how unlikely it felt. However, as soon as he stepped outside, the weight of reality hit him hard. "Are you really still fixating on that dream of yours?" His friend jeered, ridiculing him. "Quit squandering your time, Arian. You must be pragmatic." His family, too, failed to grasp it. "You're not one of those fortunate few," his father remarked, shaking his head disapprovingly. "You need to put in hard work, settle down, obtain a typical job, disregard these fantasies." Yet Arian chose to ignore them. For the first time ever, the voice of doubt didn't overpower his own. He refused to surrender. Not this time. He began with small steps. No extravagant displays, just persistent effort. He worked more diligently than he ever had before. He studied late into the night, He seized every opportunity available, every chance to expand his knowledge. He gave up sleep. He sacrificed time with his friends. And, most importantly, he relinquished his own insecurities. The journey was far from easy. There were nights when Arian felt as though the universe was against him. There were times when his friends' laughter echoed in his mind, taunting him about wasting his time. And his family. They continuously reminded him of how improbable his success could be. But Arian never ceased to believe in the words of the elderly man. You are the author of your own tale. Months flew by, and gradually Arian began to witness results. It was incremental at first. Minor victories, a new chance, a door opening where there had previously only been barriers. The more effort he put in, the more things began to align. Then, one day, something extraordinary occurred. A phone call arrived. An opportunity presented itself. A chance to demonstrate his worth. It was everything he had toiled for, everything he had longed for. Yet it was not solely about the opportunity. It symbolized a moment where Arian could finally prove to the world that he wasn't just dreaming. He was taking action. He agreed immediately without any hesitation. Just when it appeared that everything was aligning perfectly, life presented him with another unexpected challenge. A sudden misfortune, a loss, something unforeseen that nearly shattered him. It felt as if the universe was challenging him. Was he truly dedicated to this? Would he persist even when the odds seemed stacked against him? For a period, Arian thought about giving up. Perhaps his dream wasn't meant to be. Perhaps it was too overwhelming. Perhaps he should simply accept less. But then he recalled the wise old man's words. You are the author. He refused to allow this setback to define who he was. He would craft his narrative. He would carry on. Arian persevered. He worked harder. He endured the struggle. He learned from each failure and focused on his goal. Years went by. The path wasn't smooth, but it was rewarding for every challenge faced, every tear shed, every sleepless night. Then, one day, Arian found himself at the summit of all he had strived for. The dream he once deemed unattainable was now a part of his life. He was experiencing a reality beyond his wildest dreams. He had traveled, found success, and laid the groundwork for his future. Most importantly, he had transformed his narrative. Yet Arian understood one crucial thing. It wasn't by chance he reached this point. It wasn't destiny. It was his self-belief, his determination to persist, and the steadfast belief that he could shape his own future. He picked up the pen and began drafting his own destiny. Your narrative isn't finished yet. The uncertainties you encounter, the battles you face, none of these define you. You are the author of your existence. The moment you cease waiting for approval, stop heeding the doubts around you, and start writing your own tale, transformative change occurs. The world may say it's unattainable, but you hold the power to decide. Continue crafting your story, regardless of how daunting the path may appear, because your greatest triumph awaits on the other side of your fears.